Hi guys, welcome back to Hit Point In. Today I want to go with you guys through the patch notes of Prophecy of Pendor 3.9.4. Practically this is going to be a add-on video to my 3.9.3 guide. That guide is still compatible with what's going on in the game, except with these changes that we're going to be going today. We're going to be going through them together and practically give you my opinion on them. And practically, at the end, I'm going to give you a kind of a summary of what's most important for 3.9.4 that you need to keep in mind. Practically, I can give a summary right now for some stuff. Kind of the summary of the entire patch is you can no longer leave sieges, at the edge to avoid losing, to receiving the reputation and honor penalty. You can, the tracking skill has been changed and it's now tracking and hunting. Practically, if you put points into tracking, your party will eat less food. Practically, you hunt for food while on the road, while in the wilderness. Another thing that's changed, Igrim the Devourer has been buffed. He now practically creates zombies in his army, and he continuously grows, and he's quite OP. And oh yes, two more things. There were 2 new quests introduced in the game that give you kind of a base of operations at the end. And one more thing, the cost for Qualis Gem weapons, runic weapons, the strongest weapons in the game, has been nerfed. Practically, the weapons are cheaper now, but you need to do some other things to get them. Practically, you don't need 4 Qualis Gems, you only need 2 Qualis Gems, and a gold bar and some diamonds. We will go into in-depth details as we go through this page. But TLDR, to give a summary, that's patch 3.9.4. So let's go through the nitty-gritty now. No, Martin, I don't plan on ever doing proper edited Let's Plays. Tony the Boss, no problem. I'm just gonna call you Tony. Welcome to the Enema Man. Hey, Sideshow, welcome back. I like the full, uncut, gritty version, Martin. Anyway, let's go through this. It's 8:22 p.m. So first we're going to go through some known issues. I'm not exactly sure if these were fixed, but let's see. The hold F1 flag can be used together with advanced formations. I'm just going to select practically what I'm reading so you guys know where I'm at. Hold flag can be used together with advanced formations. Otherwise, select soldiers may start to move backwards to the edge of the map. With advanced formations, use minimap. Hold position. Yes, I've noticed that this issue. Practically, if you tell them the advanced formation, which I think are KL, column, and comma. No. Apostrophe. Yes, the apostrophe button and the column button. Those cause advanced formations for your troops, but they cause issues. That's why I never use them. I simply tell my soldiers to, spread out or stand closer. And you can practically just skip the entire situation. A workaround, as mentioned over here, is simply pressing the backspace button and then clicking exactly where you want your units to be positioned, if you really want to use those advanced positions. Let's see. If during a fight enemy gets stuck in an inaccessible area, have cheats enabled and use Ctrl F4 to knock out a random enemy. Unlike Ctrl Alt F4, which knocks out every enemy, this is not recognized as a cheat in terms of achievement. I haven't seen, well, in my personal experience, I've never met an enemy getting stuck in Pendor, but if that happens to you, there you go, and you'll still be able to get the achievements. Alright, let's see, number 3. If your game becomes too slow, restart it. Due to a well-known memory leak of the game, a play session will slow down over time. Reloading accelerates this process greatly. Yeah, this is known as, and it happens and it slows down the further you save the game. So the further you press escape and save, and the further you quick save, your Mountain Blade will slow down. So if you feel like your FPS is dropping, just give it a reload. Restart the game or reload the game and you'll be fine. Hello, Spoken Spider. Welcome to the end. I think it's just Control F4. I think that's the one that's suggested, Martin. If lords attack you while you try to break them out of prison, restart your game. It's a known warband bug. There you go. So these are practically existing issues within the game. Cow texture on water surfaces. Remove or delete the texture HD folder found in the main directory of Warband. Okay. NPC party stuck on a riverbank or a bridge. Try a right mouse click to get it unstuck. I've never happened to me. Advanced soldier management. On very rare occasions, due to improper usage by players, use take all prisoner hotkeys on garrison soldiers. The hotkeys may produce unexplained errors. This feature is built on the top of an inaccessible part of the engine, so use it accordingly to provided instructions. And over here, I think we have a list with all of the shortcuts when you want to take all prisoners, take all soldiers, put all prisoners, put all soldiers, just move a stack, stuff like that. I'm also going to be linking this page in the description of the video, and you'll be able to go through them. You'll be able to copy paste these shortcuts, or just press pause on the video and write them down on one of your papers if you want to keep them in mind. Right, so practically we finished the known issues section. We're going to go into bugs and issues in a second. Let me just catch up with the chat a bit. How much honor... Hello, Shima Day 1. How much honor do I need before I get Lord's Relations to 100? Do I have to meet each Lord individually? To get Lord's Relations to 100... you just have to make quests for them, you gotta be friendly for them, and simply gaining honor will make you more friendly with the good lords, with the benevolent lords, upstanding lords, and the other types of lords. Let's see. To get a relations to 100, you can also just beat them up and release them after the battle. That can also work. Got in that cow water bug before? Well, that's how you fix it, my man. I think so, Martin. I'm not sure. I play it sometimes, Tony. Okay, let's carry on with the bugs and issues. Added missing penalty for siege retreat if player tries to leave through the edge of the scene. Yeah, so as said, this has been fixed. You will receive penalties for retreating from a siege. In whatever way you try, you will receive penalties. Village Elder's rescue daughter added the check to make sure that the targeted lord is not in prison at the moment when the quest is given, as it may take him longer to escape and respawn than the duration of the quest. On rare occasions, there was no quest dialogue option due to the lack of the targeted prisoner lords. So practically, the lord that you need to fight to rescue the daughter will no longer have a chance of being in prison. And that's it. Quest rescue prisoner. Initial +1 relation boost for accepting the quest transfer to the reward as it was exploitable. Accept quest, relation +1, can't do it, no relation loss, and immediately take the quest again. So practically you could exploit this and have infinite relations with that person. It has been fixed. Conversation with companion, I'd like to ask you something. Go back dialogue option has been added. Awesome. Usually when I press, I like to ask you something by mistake. I just ask them about their story, and that gets me back. Who do I think it's better, Ravenstern Archers or Empire Crossbowmen? Ravenstern Archers are for burst fire, Tony, and Empire Crossbowmen are better for prolonged fights. Hello, Lucas Angwayer. Welcome to the end. Added missing hairstyles, not new but already existing ones for females and custom female skins. No more bald, Fierdsbane, and Falcon females. Players may easily add new hairstyles, no coding required. Just replace placeholders with desired meshes. So easier to add some cool hairstyles if you so desire. And the ladies in the Fierdsbane armories can no longer be bald, which is okay. But it denies them their right to be bald. So, take that however you want. Added missing lords for native beard. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's beard related. Terrain near Almera Castle is now passable. Most likely it caused some pathfinding issues. Now it has been fixed. Fixed glitch. Ask Arender Quickfen for troops. See their offer. Press on NPC's portrait. Select any lord. Go back. Different offer. 1,000 soldiers. I see. I didn't know of this glitch. It has been fixed now, so I didn't need to know it. Exploit. Player is a king. Ask Marshal to take fief. Marshal conquers fief and leaves part of a siege army. For example, Knighthood Order Knights as garrison. Player has unrestricted access to the garrison of the unassigned fief and takes mentioned free Knighthood Order Knights. Cool. Again, I've never done this and I didn't know that it existed. It's been fixed now. Players can take, only give troops to an unassigned fief. Okay. If player assigns an unassigned fief to him herself, or her husband, or his husband, I don't judge, then all garrison units above level 31 will be disbanded. Ooh, so you don't exploit and, gain some powerful soldiers above level 31. It's kind of harsh, but in the long run, it's still okay. When Horse Archer AI is enabled, if horse is killed, the rider may get stuck in an attack animation. Thanks to Vetrogor, this has been fixed. Okay, awesome. Slider on the ally enemy part of the troop ratio bar should be displayed properly now. Some changes have been reverted. This is referring to the battle slider within the battle that you have in the top left or right corner of the screen, I'm not exactly sure, which shows you the advantage between armies, which one's winning. You can usually just tell which one's winning by tapping the backspace and see how many soldiers died on each side. Now, that was it for bugs and issues that have been fixed. Now, actual gameplay changes we're going to be discussing and going through. Practically, I'm going to mention how it was before and how it is now. Okay? So, right off the bat regarding rune weapons, no longer need... And actually, it's even mentioned over here exactly how it was before. So now, to find the hidden mines of Al-Aziz, you only need a large pouch of diamonds to give to the book guy. Let me think. His name is... You guys most likely are going to tell me if you're nice. No, not Quickfen. Phineas the Digit is the one that gives you... the potions, the other guy. The person who gives you the hidden mines, it's not Craig. The person who tells you the hidden mines of Al-Aziz will no longer require a Qualis gem. Brother Randall, thank you. Will no longer require a Qualis gem from you. It will only require a large pouch of diamonds. To obtain a large pouch of diamonds, you need to talk with a guild master within the city, within any city. And you need to have, I think... 15 relations with that city to be able to buy large pouch of diamonds. If you don't have those relations, you can only buy small pouches of diamonds. I still need to test this out, but apparently that's the case. That's what I've been told by my viewers. Now, next, 1 Qualis gem and 1 gold bar needed for strange rune weapon. This simply refers to the normal version of the weapon, the unupgraded version of the weapon. Tony, I already mentioned and answered that question. Both. Grab both, I would say. Before, it required just a Qualis gem. Now they've added a gold bar to the mix. Now, to upgrade the rune weapon to... the enhanced rune item, you'll need 1 Qualis gem and a large pouch of diamonds to enhance the rune item. Before, you needed the gold bar, you needed a Qualis gem, No, sorry. You need 2 quality gems, a gold bar, and wine to upgrade it. It was quite insane. I think now you just need the quality gem, another large pouch of diamonds, and a jug of wine. So yeah, exactly. That's pretty much quite a good summary, Jake. It's less quality gems, more money, or vice versa. Hey, Green Ghost, welcome back to the inn. So what does this mean? You'll need to grind some relations with cities, and you'll need to grind some more money to get the quality gems. But you no longer need to hunt down and save up 4 quality gems to be able to get the best weapon. Now you just need 2. And from the early game, you can make a decision. You can invest in the best weapon in the game, in one of the best weapons in the game, from all of the quality gem weapons, by simply, going in rain, getting that first quality gem, finding the hideout of the I swear I can talk. Red Brotherhood hideout, and take that quality gem, and then you have 2. Then you can either decide to invest these 2 initial quality gems into the best weapon, or drinking the potions of Hakon like I've recommended in the initial guide. This is on you. This is your choice. What do you want to do with this? I would still recommend drinking the potions, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my style, and it's perfectly okay to go with whichever you want. Hey, VV Justice. Hey, Jake. Indeed, Red Brotherhood. Now let's move on to the next stuff. Automatic garrison refill after a walled fief gets taken by the AI. Added folder. Optional lower AI garrison refill in the mod directory with the option file. After applying this file, AI will leave less lower quality soldiers in the just conquered walled fief. World balance was not tested with this file in place. So what I'm understanding from this is, if you feel like conquered fiefs gain soldiers too fast, and this can be when it's in the hands of the enemy AI, you can activate this file, and it's gonna bring that down a notch. This is your decision if you want to fiddle around with it, so it's okay. I wouldn't. It's fine. No, Green Ghost. I didn't get the chance. Went on a date yesterday. There we go. So, next up, Igrim the Devourer, a special trigger happening every 25 hours. If he is not with his army of the dead, he will be summoned back. So, practically every 25 hours, if Igrim died and he's no longer in the army, he's gonna respawn. He will convert 100% of alive party members from rescued prisoners and 25% of alive prisoners into his undead roster. Remaining alive prisoners will be kept for the next conversion. Again, this happens every 25 hours. Based on the level of each alive troop, the conversion will happen as follows. Level 30 over level 30 will become fallen warriors. Between 26 and 30 will become fallen veterans. Between 15 and 25, fallen footmen. And under level 15, just fallen. Going through it for the guide, VV Justice. Hey, Cormac. Welcome back to the inn. So, as you can see, I think this gives Igrim the Devourer quite a hefty buff, and practically becomes a priority target if he starts spawning. Of course, once you have a capable army of taking him on. No earlier than that. In the meantime, it's somebody else's problems. There, let's go. All bandit layers. A larger variety of enemy units will spawn. From 2 to 5 kind of enemies. The amount of snake-cult armament was greatly reduced in snake-cult layers. I see. So this is... I was under the impression that they also reduced the amount of bandits in other layers as well, but maybe just in snake-cult layers. Not exactly sure. But practically now you'll have a bigger variety of soldiers that you're going to be fighting in all locations. I guess they buffed them, except for the snake cult lair, which got nerfed. So that should be fine. Even the treasure map location, which we've discussed previously, which is the Red Brotherhood hideout, seems to have received a buff just because of the troop variety. But then it's all RNG. Sometimes a lot of robbers will spawn. Sometimes the big boys will spawn. Who knows? I guess it's a coin flip. Alright, and then we have the change skill from tracking to tracking and hunting. Besides the fact that you're going to be able to see the footprints on the ground, each 3 points will reduce the food consumption by 15%. Now, I'm not exactly sure. Well, I'm sure that if you have 9 points in this skill, the food consumption of your party will decrease to 45. But I'm not sure if you have tracking and hunting on your own character, which, you know, can scale up to 14, does that mean that we can bring this up to a whopping 60%? Is my math good? Yeah, 60%. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case. So somebody will have to test that, or we're going to be testing that ourselves. Let's see. I'm going to try to answer your questions after I finish with the patch notes. Okay? Tournaments in towns originally owned by Empire removed bows, added javelins for cavalry. Okay, kind of a this is more of a thematic modification. Because, you know, Empire doesn't use bows; they only use crossbows. So removing those and adding javelins kind of makes it more Empire-ish. So that's cool. Add a new quest. These are the quests that I've mentioned. The Old Tale, Part 1, no time limit, no level limit, can be started by talking to Vorador the Scribe. For those who don't know, Vorador the Scribe is a static NPC, so he doesn't move from his location in Poinsbrook, in the northeastern part of the map, in the eastern part of Ravenstern. Vorador the Scribe is always there. He sells some books, and he also tells you the location of all companions in the world, where they're currently at. Talking with Vorador the Scribe will also give you the Old Tale quest now, which, kind of to give you a summary, makes you explore some ruins. Afterwards, you're going to be able to do the Old Tale Part 2. Again, no time limit, no level limit, will yield interesting and useful rewards. Not actually going to be talking about those rewards. I feel like it's interesting for you to explore those quests on your own. I've been told what those rewards are, and I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but find out on your own. It's fun to do them on your own. Plus, I haven't done them yet. I just know the rewards because I've been told. So, I cried a little bit. Right. Hello, operations. Welcome to the end. Barding. No time limit, no level requirement. Started by talking to a newly hired blacksmith. You will know. Most likely after these 2 quests. I got a feeling that it's after those 2 quests. This is a screenshot from the first quest. This is a screenshot for, I think, the second or the third. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't reached this point yet. And that's it for gameplay changes. Hey, good kid. Let's go to the last section. Well, actually, we still have a few sections. Let's go with scenes. So, fixed the arena town passage door in Laria, says in Janos. Added door to the arena room in Centerfall and Valenbray. Adjusted positions of spectators in all training fields. Fixed castle guard positions in Toldar, Origar, Maris Castle. Rebuilt it a bit. Okay. Improved AI pathfinding in the Forest Bandit lair scene. Order Stronghold. Move NPCs closer to the entrance. I really agree with this move, because each time I went into the Order Stronghold, I had to go all the way up the stairs to reach the 3 NPCs, out of which probably just 1 NPC was of interest, the blacksmith. But hey, what you gotta do? Having them closer to the entrance is gonna be nice. Hey lol, playing Prophecy of Pendor a little bit later on, after I finish the patch notes. And then Clavenarn Village changed scenery to grassland type, thanks to Undead Duke. Not exactly sure whether it's this position, most likely changed because of geographical location. That's cool. Now, troops. Sorry, Martin. What's a CBT? Fallen soldiers received unguaranteed fallen horse, and their riding skill got set to at least 10 to be able to ride fast. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Oh my. Fallen receive a black sword from a sickle. Fallen footmen receive a black sword from a short steel sword. Fallen veterans received ranged weapons set to unguaranteed, so they don't always spawn with them. They always receive a horse, and they receive the black sword as well. I'm not exactly sure on the stats of the black sword, but maybe we're going to find out further down. Fallen warrior. Again, it's not guaranteed that they're going to be spawning with ranged weapons. And instead of the Fierce Vein Leaf sword, they receive a black sword as well. And then the Fallen Revenant, which I think is superior to the warrior, receives, again, a black sword. I'm really curious to see the stat on the black swords, because everybody from the basic unit, the Fallen, up to the Revenant, receives it now. Nope, this is patch 3.9.4, but I never made a patch video, and now I got the time to make it. Knight of the Radiant Cross. Instead of black greaves, they now have heavy iron greaves to match the new armor, most likely for color purposes. Squire Grorim and Headman Oric, the Shar Village Elders, received more culture-fitting clothes. Okay. The three Seers rearranged the order of units appearing on the battlefield. Cavalry and medium archers protected by strong infantry than the rest. Buffed overall strength with Bloodsworn Witches and further Doom Guides. So the three Seers are slightly more powerful. I am. Anaconda Knights, Devoured and Dread Legion infantry received a unique skin. So I guess these are the dudes. They look kind of cool. The Green Zombies. Faces of undead type soldiers are less extreme. Okay. And Singalian Temptresses and Ashar Raiders, instead of a southern glaive, which can be used by cavalry, has been replaced with a long-hafted blade. Okay, probably this is going to give them a slight shock troop kind of value. Now for items, let's see. So these are item modifications. Of course, I am going to be putting, timestamps with these topics in the description of the video, so you can just watch just gameplay changes or troop changes or item changes. You can do this at your own leisure. Hey, Radek, welcome. Runed Silver Axe. Reduce the blade's size a bit, cleared mesh, made proper lods. Okay. Vanscary Noble Sword made it look prettier, retextured. Singalian Noble Saber, cleared mesh, retextured, okay. Assassin's Throwing Knives made them look prettier. Warhammer, cleared mesh, retextured, Maul redone. Quarterstaff redone. And yes, I did notice these. Darkwood Bow and Arrow, again redone. Jatu Arrows and Quivers made them look prettier. Imperial Radiant Cross Plate Armor, new model and textures version, and with and without a cape. That looks beautiful. Just beautiful. And now I understand why they switched to the boots. Gold round bassinet open, changed gold to black to match the new Radiant Cross armor, renamed and added closed version, so practically this one, in comparison to this one. Havathang, not exactly sure what that is. Cleaned mesh and lots, fixed UV texturing, and added a scabbard. Black Sword, old rusty looking one-handed sword, unique, can't be looted, swing only, so no stabbing, 45 cutting damage, 90 speed, 103 reach. Now, by the looks of this sword, if you have high armor soldiers, it should be okay, because practically it's just capable of cutting. So high armor value soldiers will be able to mitigate the black sword the best. Okay. Fallen Horse, Undead Horse, unique, again can't be looted. Armor 90. Charge 40, maneuverability 40, size 112, speed 36, HP 500, difficulty 10. So in no way capable of getting on these horses. They're going to be tanks, but they're going to be very slow. So keep that in mind when facing against them. And a new quest horse, a unique. This is referring to the Barded quest added over here. Just wanted to mention it. You don't have to worry, lol. That 36 speed is gonna scale up with the fallen soldiers 10 into riding, so it's not gonna be that slow. Keep it in mind. Alright, other section. Up-to-date Chinese translation, thanks to Tiberiv's, Mario, S1, and Lattice. So, awesome for those of you who always wanted to play the game in Chinese. It's up-to-date. Change pictures for encounters with lords of the 5 main kingdoms. POP used to use the ones in native. And they also fixed some typos. Cool. Oh yes, and these are the hotfixes that were added after 3.9.4, and those modifications are safe compatible, so they're live right now. Let's go. Fix up to date Chinese translation. So again, most likely more typos. Fix inappropriate upkeep for Knighthood Order strongholds. Okay. Shadow Wolves received additional weapon, Empire Greatsword. This has increased their performance in battle. Fixed an issue with certain horses not getting healed by, thanks to Derafsh. Certain horses not getting healed. I think this is referring to the fact that the horse is lamed, and you're keeping it in the inventory to utilize your first aid to heal it. Either your character's first aid or one of your companions' first aid stat. And for those who don't know, surprise! Lame horses can be healed by simply keeping them in the inventory and having first aid. Awesome. Some quest dialogue mistakes fixed and redone for consistency. I think it's referring to the new quests. Moved extra animations from walk forward left to walk forward left polearm thanks to Hobo Size for tips. Okay. And a nerf to Igrim, because people have been complaining since 3.9.4 launched that the buff to Igrim was just too much, too powerful. Now his army is capped at 5,000. Before it was simply unlimited. He could, every 25 hours, he would just increase his army. It was stupid. Fallen Warriors removed unguaranteed horse. Now converts from units of under level 31. It was no. It was above 31. Sorry. Now converts from units above level 31. It was above or equal to 31. Most likely, again, a nerf. Igrim was getting too many Fallen Warriors. Bernard and Derafsh are more specific about how much time their current task would take. Oh, never mind. Bernard and Derafsh are certain NPCs within the game. An issue with certain horses not getting healed by Derafsh. Most likely Derafsh is an NPC that you're going to find in the new quests. And I think he's going to be the dude that's going to give you the Barded horse. Okay, the Barded quest. Knighthood Orders, what changes are made there? The Bounty Hunt quest won't give any troops as a reward if a Renown quest is in progress. Okay. Knights of the Griffin won't be offered by ransom brokers if their chapter doesn't exist. It's just for lore consistency. Redone model of Empire Inlaid Armor. It used to be Iron Circle Centurions. Iron Circle Centurion's Immortal Shield has now been replaced with Knightly Heater Shields. Fits better with the new armor, so just for aesthetic purposes. Adjusted items and banner used by Agathon Legatus to fit into the new color scheme of the Iron Circle Centurions. Redone model of the Sight. Redone model of the Steel Volge. Set unique model to the Man Opener. Demonic Magnus head will be displayed during encounters. Arquebus, it seems there's no buff or nerf to the guns. Just the smoke is going to look more natural, more horizontal in this case. Pitchfork. Remove flag at spike, spear, overswing spear, added carry spear. Not exactly sure what that means. They did something with a pitchfork. It's not like anybody's going to be using it except for RP purposes, but sure. Practice dagger. Added wooden parry flag, was metal sound when chambered. Ah, I see. So simply change the sound the practice dagger makes when chambering. Long spiked club, long hafted knobbed mace, and long hafted spiked mace. Added overswing musket flag type. Okay, and typos. And then credits for SPAC and the full invasion team, and notes. Let's see what this is. Oh, these are just modifications to balance your game out if you think things are just too powerful. If you think that archery deals too much or not enough damage, open the module ini file located in the mod folder and find missile damage speed power 1.2. Reduce that number minimum to 0.1 to make archers more deadly, or increase to the maximum of 2.0 to obtain the opposite result. So I guess the middle ground is 1.0. The standard one is 1.2. You can fiddle around with this if you want to, make those archers OP or just make them wet noodles. Make them shoot wet noodles. How to reduce the chance for save corruption. This applies to any warband mod. When you want to start a new game, restart warband first. Don't play with realistic saving policy. Use all 9 slave slots. Save in scenes only. Taverns, castle halls, courtyards, view or soldier villages. Oh, I didn't know that one. But if you really want to save on the world map, keep in mind that you will always have the view your soldiers option in your camp menu to quickly create a scene where you can save safely. Then stop on the world map, count to 5 so script running in the background have time to finish, and save only afterwards while still being stopped. So, I guess just to, avoid, go for it. And I'm not going to be going through the comments because there's no point. So yeah, I just wanted to go with you guys over these changes and kind of give my opinion on them. We mostly just read them because they were pretty straightforward. I simply added my opinion to the gameplay changes, to the rune weapon cost nerfs, and they switch it around where you need lesser quality gems but you need more money. So that's going to be fine. And for those, again, who are questioning how to get large pouch of diamonds, because Revol, I just get small pouches of diamonds from guildmasters. Apparently, you need to increase the relation with the town up to 15? That's what I've been told. I still need to test this out. And then that's going to give you access to large pouches. No, Martin, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have the text in the Chinese because I don't know Chinese. Now, I guess that's it for this patch video. My 3.9.3 guide still applies, except for the things that we've mentioned over here. A quick summary of 3.9.4 would be, Igrim the Devourer received a buff. You can no longer retreat from sieges at the edge of the map. You will always receive a relations penalty and honor penalty when you leave the sieges. Tracking has become tracking and hunting, which if you put points into tracking and hunting, it's going to decrease the food consumption of your army. The nerf to rune weapon costs, and the 3 new quests that have been added to the game. You can start the quest chain from Vorador the Scribe, which is located in the northeast in Pointsbrook. And that's it. The rest is still the same. I'm also going to be linking this page in the description of the video for you guys to check it out and read it at your own leisure. And wish you guys a wonderful day. Bye-bye.